Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the Oliver Peoples Commander sunglasses. But first off, thank today's video sponsor, our own website, shadereviewstore.com, the absolute best place to buy designer sunglasses, just like these, up to 80% off the original MSRP. Again, the website there is shadereviewstore.com. Check it out. So let's go ahead and pop these frames on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 64mm lenses in a 16mm bridge. These have a really cool and interesting wraparound style to them, which is actually relatively rare for Oliver Peoples to produce wraparound aviator style frames. These frames are very similar to the Oliver Peoples Benedict that are still in production, and then they have the same kind of design styling elements of the Oliver Peoples Clifton and even the Oliver Peoples Victory, with their really cool and interesting temple tips and then their hinge design as well. These frames unfortunately are now discontinued, but as you guys know, I've been on a Oliver Peoples kick of kind of like vintage discontinued frames because I really do love a lot of their old aviator styles. So these frames were called the Commander, and they've been discontinued for a couple of years now, and they do have a really good wraparound styling to them. Now, typically, I don't like wraparound frames on the face, just because I don't think they look really good with my face shape. However, these I still think look really good, and I think Oliver Peoples did a really good job of pulling off the practical wrap, but still making a really good and interesting looking pair of frames. Some other notable styling elements of these frames are the bridge of the frame. So here we can see one swoops down and then one kind of swoops up here on the nose bridge. And those two combined add a really cool and interesting and very fun styling for these frames. I really do love the lens shape here as well, with the kind of teardrop shape that you're just not going to see too often. It's definitely kind of like a unique teardrop shape, and just a really cool and interesting styling there. Now, of course, this is a pair of Oliver Peoples sunglasses, so there are not any gaudy logos or anything like that on the frames whatsoever. When wearing a pair of Oliver Peoples sunglasses, it's more about advertising you than it is a sunglass brand, which I really do love. I also do love these temples. So here we can see the really innovative temple hinge design here, and these are all metal hinges and they feel really good when premium when open up and close them, but they are very practical because it allows the frames to have more narrow lenses but still fit a wider face. So you can see they kind of come out right here, and then they're going to come out even more here on the edge, and again, that's going to allow them to fit really good on the face, but allow the actual sunglass lens profile to sit a little bit more flush with the face. And I really do like that with a lot of Oliver Peoples aviator style frames. Now, these frames do have all glass lenses. The optical clarity of these is very good. They're also going to block 100% of UVA and UV rays, which is extremely important for your eye health. And this pair, because again, it is older, does have their VFX polarized lenses as well with the Breathe logo. So if you breathe on the lens, we can see it actually says VFX instead of having the Oliver Peoples logo, which a lot of the modern ones have. And these frames also do have fully adjustable nose rests, so you can actually bend these out and give them a custom fit to the face as well, which is really nice. And these frames are made in Japan, and they say here in the inner right temple of frames, they say Oliver Peoples made in Japan there as well, where I believe most of their aviator style frames are now made in Italy. I personally do prefer the build quality of the Japanese ones. I just feel like they're just built a little bit more solid and substantial, and but that's just a personal preference thing with Oliver Peoples for me. Now, I really also do love the temple tips as well. They are very comfortable with a little bit of rubberized material right here, and then kind of like a ivory acetate color here. It just looks really good behind the ear. Definitely very unique, and again, that's the same temple tip used in the very famous Oliver Peoples Victory, and just a very comfortable yet practical temple tip. And again, it's something that you're not going to see on any other pair of frames than a pair of Oliver Peoples sunglasses, which is really cool. Now, as far as coverage from the sun goes, these have really good coverage, again, thanks to that wraparound styling. So here up top, you can see there is not really a big gap to let sunlight in unprotected. And then here on the sides, again, there is really not a big gap to let sunlight in unprotected at all, which is really nice. And it makes this actually one of the most practical pair of Oliver Peoples sunglasses that I actually own in my collection, which is really cool and really impressive. Now, again, I do like the looks of the Victory and the Clifton better than these, but these still look good in my opinion. And let me know what you think about these frames in the comments comment section down below. Do you own a pair, or do you like them if you do own a pair? I'm very interested to know. But overall, yeah, the Commander is a really, really good and interesting looking pair of our people's frames. And like I said, these have 64mm lenses, but they definitely don't wear nearly as large. They don't look like they're that big. And again, that's probably thanks to that wraparound styling there, but just a really good looking pair of frames. And I think they might have made these in a smaller lens style as well. I cannot confirm that, but I think they did make these in a smaller lens style. So definitely be on the lookout for that if you are looking for a little bit smaller lenses. But that's about it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below. And of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.